Being the president of Russia isn't the easiest job in the world, and the current president definitely isn't the most liked man in the world. Vladimir Putin can testify to this, as he has survived 43 assassination attempts since he became president. How he managed to survive all 33 is a testament to how much is being put into guarding the president of Russia. So, how did he avoid all of them? Well, let's find out. Surviving an assassination attempt might as well be a regular Tuesday for Vladimir Putin at this point, and so it is no surprise that the extent to which security is tight around him is unreal. We are talking about some of the most insane security detail and tactics. Getting good at deflecting life-threatening attempts is expected, as they have had much training in this aspect. That's why none of these assassination attempts have come close to succeeding. Some of these attempts were done professionally and had a high chance of hitting the target, but didn't. Putin became the target of the Russian mafia as soon as he became president of Russia in 1999. Their aim was to get Putin before he got them, as his first mission was cracking down on organized crime and uprooting it completely. The mafia set up a well-planned bombing attempt, which was quickly foiled, and the culprits were sent to jail. In the same year, a group of militants tried their luck at assassinating Putin when he visited Uzbekistan, where once again the plot was quickly foiled and the conspirators were also arrested. By 2000, Chechen rebels also planned to take out Putin when he traveled there. A remote-controlled bomb was triggered near Putin's motorcade, and Putin survived the attempt all right, but many of the agents accompanying him were injured. In 2002, Putin was almost poisoned by jam when he was supposed to have breakfast at a hotel in Yalta. This was quickly prevented, but Putin wasn't allowed to catch a break because in the same year, during a parade in Moscow's Red Square, snipers targeted Putin, but the FSO discovered this plan and immediately foiled it. That was not all for 2002, because he survived another attack in Azerbaijan. The attempt was made by an Iraqi who reportedly had connections to the Chechen rebels. He was arrested and sent to prison for 10 years. A little later, another man tried to explode Putin's vehicle. He planned to drive along the Kremlin and trigger a 40-kilogram explosive. The FSO caught wind of the plan, promptly rerouting the motorcade and eliminating the threat. 2003 wasn't any better because Putin was once again targeted, and this time it was in Britain. The British anti-terror police caught two men who were plotting to assassinate him. Again, Putin was going to be poisoned in 2004 during a visit to another foreign country. Not many people know the details of the whole attempt, but at this point, attackers should have given up because it seems like Putin just wouldn't die. Many more attempts occurred, but another one made major headlines in 2012 when a group of people were apprehended by Ukrainian authorities for plotting to assassinate Putin when he visited the country. The intended nature of the assassination attempt was not disclosed, but you can guess what kind it was because it was shortly after the attempt that the Maidan uprising began. You can guess or consult conspiracy theorists. At this point, one look at the list of assassination attempts Putin has survived would lead you to believe that Putin travels with a suitcase full of lucky charms. However, luck has no role in Putin's refusal to dine with death and his resistance to it. Looking more closely would lead you to find that it is the painstaking hard work of the FSO and everyone involved in ensuring the president's protection. When we are talking about protection and safeguarding presidents, the Federal Protective Service of Russia is by far the best in the world. The FSO of Russia is a very powerful agency that has its roots deep into the KGB's history. The KGB is the renowned Soviet Union intelligence agency that was established after the dissolution of the Soviet Union. The role of the FSO was protecting high-ranking government officials, safeguarding classified information, and securing important government facilities. The FSO slowly came into leadership of many other government agencies and, as a result, becoming extremely important in terms of control. The FSO has significant control over the distribution of the Russian budget as required. They also have enough power to direct as much of the budget to meeting the goals of the FSO, with Dmitry Kochnev at the top. FSO keeps its asset and budget undisclosed. Even though there are no exact figures, reports say that the FSO has a budget worth several billions of rubles. Now, that is a lot of money taxpayers have to shoulder, but check this out. It's absolutely free to subscribe to our channel. Consider hitting that subscribe button, would ya? The FSO has a very large workforce considering how many agencies it has absorbed over the years. It has an estimate of 50,000 members which carry out a diverse number of duties. Although they are tasked with keeping the president safe at all times, they are not the only ones who have this duty. Putin has a team that you could call his private army. As a former KGB, Putin is well aware that an attempt on his life can come from within, and as a result, he never fully trusts the FSO. Not just because some members can turn on him, but also because he needs to keep the FSO's ever-growing power in check. As a check, Vladimir Putin also relies on the National Guard, which was established in 2016 by the president himself. You wonder why we said they are Putin's private army? Well, currently, they are up to 340,000 troops who all answer directly to Putin, no matter the circumstances. The maintenance of this army is a huge responsibility for taxpayers, as the cost is estimated to be around 200 billion rubles, which is around $2.7 billion. You might think they only exist to protect the president, but they were also designed to look scary enough to deter any high-ranking official who thinks they can start a coup with a few soldiers at their beck and call. Even the leader of Wagner PMC, Yevgeny Prigozhin, wouldn't attempt a coup unless he wants to lose. At the head of the National Guard is Viktor Zolotov, a very controversial figure and confidant to Putin who was sanctioned in 2018 for violation of several human rights in the most gruesome ways possible. The unit on constant president protection duty is the President's Security Service. The SBP, of which we shall not attempt to pronounce the full meaning, is the special agency within the National Guard whose only task is protecting the president's life. In the SBP, there are 4 units which all come up to 2,500 members, and they are all tasked with ensuring no harm comes to the president. This just goes to show how far Putin will go to protect his position. This is probably why all 43 attempts on Putin's life failed before they even got to him. The only members of Putin's massive defense that are visible to the public are his personal defense force, while the others operate strictly behind the scenes. Before the closest to Putin have to fight, it means that 2,500 have been unsuccessful. The defense force focuses on more deadly methods in the U.S. Secret Service. While the U.S. Secret Service incapacitates potential threats, the SBP are authorized to eliminate any threats immediately. The SBP makes use of operational psychologists who are capable of identifying threats by analyzing the person's expressions and behavior. The members of the SBP are trained to withstand extreme temperature without sweating or shivering. A special unit of the SBP, known as the Musketeers, are required to be specially trained and fit into the ages of 19 through 35 and a height of 5 feet 7 inches to 6 feet 2 inches tall. They are also required to be fluent in at least 5 languages and be knowledgeable about politics and to be imposing. The briefcases you see the Musketeers carry are bulletproof shields in the event of a shooting. They are also trained to be combatants who carry guns with armor-piercing bullets that can shoot up to 15 meters. They also carry Kevlar umbrellas. Another unit in the SBP are usually among the public and are required to spot signs of unrest in the crowd. No one really knows their fighting power because their main goal is to gather intelligence. The third unit is made of skilled snipers who are stationed on top of buildings and specific apartments for constant surveillance. Although the number of snipers are undisclosed, some of them are intentionally placed within the public eye to stop potential attackers. These snipers are really skilled with their weapons. The fourth unit is charged with ensuring that the president is safe and secure outside the Kremlin. Whenever he has to leave the Kremlin, they plan the routes and avoid spots prone to unrest. Traveling to another country also requires their attention as well. They also take care of the president's accommodation, checking for items that may cause danger, and also pick the staff that accompanies the president. There are also food testers among this unit to prevent food poisoning. While in the country, a state-of-the-art limousine is Putin's choice of travel. In the state, the SBP leaves no stone unturned. The president's motorcade plays an important role in his security. That calling it a motorcade, well, is an understatement. Vladimir's motorcade looks more like a military parade. The president's limousine is usually accompanied by 6 armored vehicles, which transport special agents who are highly skilled and armed to the teeth. They carry assault rifles, sniper rifles, missile launchers, grenade launchers, among many others, as if they do not look threatening enough already. The center of it all is the president's limousine, a Russian-made Arus Senat. This custom-built vehicle transports Vladimir Putin anywhere in state. As he constantly reduces his reliance on Western products, he had this limo built to replace his former Benz S600 Guard Pullman. The limousine cost more than $200 million due to the extreme extreme specifications the SBP required, making it one of a kind. It is bulletproof and can withstand missile launches. A CCTV system in the car helps the agents riding with the president see everywhere around the vehicle. There is also an emergency exit in the limousine, and it just seems like Vladimir Putin would not be attacked anytime soon. Or would he? Attempts on Putin's life may not be over, but he is definitely protected from them with his ironclad defense system. Okay, so enough of this serious security. Have you heard about billionaire Richard Branson and how he spends $4.4 billion? No? Well, here you go. Enjoy.